Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Let's see what is coming up in the cards for Gemini this month. I'm just going to go ahead from right here, because two of those cards were trying to jump out. I'm going to allow that to happen. Justice is one of the main cards for you. That has to do with fairness, with truth, with equality. I really get the sense, and sometimes rendering a verdict. So I really get the sense, Gemini, that you may be focused on things coming out that are true. The truth coming out, that's also what Jupiter in Scorpio is about. Scorpio is the sign of what's hidden, usually below the surface. And when Jupiter's there, it's expanding that. It's shining a light on it. It's bringing things that are from beneath and below up. So truths, or even evidence sometimes is related to justice. Information, she holds the sword of the truth and weighs things out for decision making, for verdicts, for justice to be served. So there's a real focus on equitability, truth, justice, balance, fairness. And that might be a focus for you. I'm also seeing Knight of Wands in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, and Magician. So you may realize the truth about something, or what's fair, what would be fair in a certain circumstance, but you may have a hard time taking action on it, is what Knight of Wands in reverse says. Knight of Wands is passionate. He wants action now. He's on his horse. He's charging forward. He's all about action, 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 passion, passion, passion. But what this is saying is that you may be thinking things over and recognizing what's fair, what's true, what's right, what's just, making a decision on something, deciding a verdict, weighing the evidence. But even realizing that, you may have a hard time taking action on that. And it may take some time, Gemini, for you to take that idea forward, or whatever it is that you discover in examining this, in whatever way justice shows up for you. You may have a hard time taking that truth from whatever chaotic situation, or the waters being turbulent or charged, into a smoother horizon. This is showing up for you. So this is saying that you will do this. This is where you're going. You're going from a potentially challenged situation to a calmer, smoother shore, especially with the recognition of the information you get with justice showing up. But with these two in reverse, it's saying that you may take some time for you to take action on it, to actually get to that place of changing the way you're thinking, or implementing the new ideas to get to the new place. But I do see you as becoming a very powerful person, and stepping into your own power by this this full moon. One of the things that Magician and Justice have in common, if you look at both of their cloaks here in the Morgan Greer deck, they both are wearing red, which symbolizes power, vitality, energy, action. And they're both major arcana, so they have to do with large themes. What I see with Magician is that you will be getting your power back, and largely through recognizing what's true, what's right, what's fair, what's just. And you can see what Magician does is he brings things down from the etheric realm down to the mundane level, to life here on Earth. And I really get a sense that you are going to be stepping into clarity. His greatest strength is focus, concentration. He focuses on one goal and what he wants to create, what he wants to bring here onto the living sphere or realm, from the realm of possibilities. The card that precedes him is Fool, which has to do with potential energy in the void. So he's actually calling forth, this is what I'd like to see in front of me. That's what the abracadabra word means. It means as I speak it, so it becomes, or so there it is before me. So I get the sense that you will implement whatever justice, decision, verdict you make, or that comes to you, is revealed to you through your alignment with justice here, it may take time for you to implement that, but it does give you a lot of power, creative power to manifest things in your life, to create life as you wish it to be. And you really kind of take on the cloak of justice here, which is beautiful. It's seeing things as they are. She's holding the sword of truth, which when you're in alignment with truth, I always say that, it's that cliche of the truth will set you free. And then you become this powerful being, Gemini, as you align with the truth. So let's see what else is coming up. Knight of Cups. That's usually a love offering of the heart from you to someone else, or from someone else to you. Potentially, it can also be a water sign showing up for you. So that could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. It can be shared with a family member or a friend, someone that you are just expressing love and affection to. I'm seeing Empress in reverse. So it may be that you're offering some love to someone who you have been at odds with, someone who, sits in the royal court also, because this is Knight, this is Empress, but who you've been at a 180. You've seen things very differently, and you may be sharing some love with someone that you've been on the outs with. Yeah, something may have ended, or you may have had a cycle complete with this person. You may have thought negatively towards them. That the old way of thinking is going to be ending, because Ten of Swords represent thoughts, ideas, beliefs. I sometimes call this card stinking thinking, negative thinking, and Ten of Swords says this is over. You're no longer viewing this person through this lens. So this could be a family member, it could be a romantic partner, it could be a boss, it could be whoever holds their own authority and power. This is a very feminine card. You may be ending a certain way of thinking about that person, and instead coming at them with love. Strength in reverse. It's going to take some patience for you. It may feel really difficult and really challenging, Gemini, because strength has to do with doing things softly, in a sure-footed way, feeling strength, feeling stable. I kind of get with Ten of Swords and Strength in reverse that you might feel not confident about this, or not your strongest self. But, this card is very, both of these cards are very strong. Empress and Strength. And they're gentle. They're not forceful. So with both of these in reverse, you may not, what I'm kind of getting is that you may not feel very sure-footed, but you are letting go of a certain way of thinking. If you're having a hard time implementing at the beginning of the month this truth, by the middle of the month, you are going to let that old way of thinking go, Gemini, which is cool. And it may take a while to adjust to that. You may not feel 100% strong, but strength is there for you. It is showing up for you. It's just saying that you may have there may be some challenges to your strength or confidence. You have it. It's sort of like, the sense that I get with Strength in reverse is being afraid but doing it anyway. Feeling like your knees are shaking but having the strength to do it anyway. So, and this is a Knight. So Knights are very courageous. So I'm going to say middle of the month is really a good time to be courageous with your heart, even if you feel shaky about it, because you are letting go of an old way of thinking, and especially regards to an Empress type person. Let's see what else. And then it opens up a whole new world for you, Gemini. This is really letting go of burdens. This is like starting anew, feeling like you have a spring in your step, and feeling like youthful, young-hearted energy. And I really get the sense, Gemini, that it's because you've been able to let this go. Look at how weighed down and drained and exhausted this is. And even, I'm going to say, face the fear and do it anyway, because look at where you end up. This is by that new moon in your 6th house. You just feel like smelling that rose and throwing the windows open and smelling the fresh air and going out into this new sunny day. It's like the dark night of the soul that you've kind of been carrying around is gone. because of your thinking. And he doesn't take any preconceived notions with him. He's like, it's a brand new day, new start. Like one of the phrases I think of with this card is, it's the first day of the rest of your life. And he's got optimistic, fresh, buoyant energy. It's really what I'm getting from this for you, Gemini, for that new moon in Scorpio. It's about deep-seated feelings coming to the surface, releasing old ways of thinking, and you just feel so happy. This is really a nice opportunity. So do share your heart, middle of the month. Let go of that old way of thinking. It's okay if it takes you a while to implement it, Gemini. It's really going to it's going to put that spring back in your step. Or if you're already feeling happy, it's even just going to make you feel happier. And then we've got 8 of coins in reverse, 4 of coins. Some of you may be feeling towards the end of the month, your work life or finances may feel like you're having a hard time grinding it out, or that you're pinching pennies, feeling like you don't necessarily have as much as you might want. There's something related to work and fear of finances, or just feeling like you may not want to keep going to that job, but you have to because you have to pay your bills. You're stretched a little thin. It's just showing that your work life may not feel as rewarding as it normally is, but that's okay. You're going to be feeling pretty optimistic in other parts of your life. And then Knight of Swords in reverse. This is you, Gemini. It could be potentially another air sign. It could be Libra, or it could be Aquarius, but I kind of see it as you. And normally, I'm actually liking him in reverse for you this month, because normally Knight of Swords, it's an air sign, and he's usually very clear thinking, very direct, full speed ahead, courageous, goes he's in motion, and in the rider weight, he's on a horse that is charging full speed ahead, and kind of looking at him and saying, are you sure you want to go this fast? Like, can you slow it up, buddy? But here in reverse, I kind of get the sense that maybe you're being careful about your words, because the swords represent communication, thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and, maybe you're holding your tongue about something. And maybe it's good, because he can be very blunt and direct, and not really, he's so logical and analytical that he doesn't always think about people's feelings. Like, he can be a little bit harsh. But in the reverse, I get the sense that he's like taking it slow, slowing it down, hesitating on saying the sharp thing. So this might be good, Gemini, especially when it comes to discussing your finances with someone else. You might just be taking a moment to pause and be gentle, and it's going to create, nice results for you. So I really like the cards that are coming up for you. There might be some struggle in letting some old ways of thinking go, and it might take an adjustment as new information, new truths come in, new evidence, new things that you're weighing, thinking about fairness and balance and equity. There's 2 knights in reverse. So it's saying something is slowing down, and it may be what enables you to take yourself out of a charged, chaotic situation. And it might involve 2 people. I'm kind of seeing these 2 people as being these 2 people as well. Going to a smoother, calmer horizon, and acknowledging the end of this sort of dark night of this charged, chaotic waters, and really going into somewhere where you feel buoyant and free. Even if your knees shake while you do it, even if it brings up a lot for you, but if you just hold fast, when I think about the heart of the lion, that's where the word courage comes from, is from the heart. And so I'm going to say, have courage, even if you feel challenged in that way, or if you feel any doubt, fear, resistance, if it brings stuff up for you, push through it. You're really having an opportunity to have this softness and slowness. You've got 3 knights, and the only one that's in the upright is the one about the heart, not the mind, not fire. It's the heart. So that's leading the way this month for you. I'm going to pull a couple other cards, Gemini, just to see what else is going on. Let's look at what's going on for love for Gemini. Please give me a card. Okay, that one right there. Deception. Interesting. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So it could be this Empress in reverse that is not showing themselves to be who they really are. There could have been a falling out where both of you, either one or both of you, are wearing masks because all this negative thinking impacted that. So just be aware of being honest and true with who you are. You can't ever control anyone else, obviously, but you can present yourself in a way that is honest. This could be you, or this could be another person who is wearing a mask. So if it's you, take that mask off. Or if it's someone else, just realize that that might be what you're dealing with. So, and let's see what else is going on with, it could be someone that you're trying to give love to and they're pretending that they're not interested, or they're pretending like they're trying not to receive it. And maybe they really care underneath. I mean, that's another way that could go. There's a lot of different, go with the interpretation that fits your situation, but that's the information that's coming up. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. Victory. Wonderful. It says Archangel Sandalphon. I'm not familiar with that, but your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So whatever your aim is this month in November, you're going to have victory. And it's funny because I see it really related to this card with being open-hearted. This is a card of faith. And this one is talking, the last piece of this advice is saying, have faith. So I'm really seeing that if you can manage to have faith in whatever it is that you're trying to do or accomplish, Gemini, this open-heartedness and this faith and trust in it working out and you coming to victory will really serve you this month. So that's my reading for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Gemini who you think might enjoy it. Feel free to share it on social media, and I will look forward to talking with you next month. Thanks so much for watching.